Let's talk about what happens when some friends are getting married and other friends are having babies. Someone told me that they are pregnant and they have their good friend's wedding coming up, and they feel like their friend is kind of icing them out once she learned that they were pregnant. She didn't want her friends to be pregnant at her wedding. My initial reaction to that is like, how fucking selfish of you. You know how hard it is to get pregnant for people? No one's planning their pregnancy around your wedding. I want to pull this back a little bit though, because I'm also hearing this same conversation with many of my friends. I think that these are the moments as our lives start to kind of diverge where trying to understand each other and give each other the benefit of the doubt in our close friendships that we want to maintain is really important so that our friendships can get to this next phase of life. Some of these feelings are deeply selfish, but having selfish feelings does not make you a selfish person necessarily. So if I'm going to try to have empathy for the bride who's upset about this, something I'm thinking about is how at the end of the day, we all want to feel seen and validated and celebrated by our friends. And maybe this person, as so many people do, they build up their wedding to be the one moment that they are gonna have that. Maybe this person is the last of their friends to get married and they've gone to wedding after wedding, because we're adding on here the stigma that we have about pregnant people. Not all pregnant people or pregnancies are the same. Some people have very difficult pregnancies that leave them sick and at home and whatever. As a good friend of mine, we were going out to dinner 4 nights before her due date. Some of that could be coming into play here and could explain somebody having an emotional, perhaps selfish reaction to hearing that one of their friends is going to be pregnant at the wedding. And again, I want to reiterate, like, it is normal to have ugly feelings. Like, we all have, who the fuck doesn't have an unattractive feeling every now and then? It's what we do with those feelings that matters. Maybe the bride, by taking distance, is just trying to like cool down. And I think taking a cool down moment is okay. If I notice that I'm having a really kind of big reaction to something that I'm not proud of, I might want to take some space so that I don't say something I don't mean. However, my friend who's pregnant, I don't think that you need to be waiting in the dark. If this friend is a good friend, if you actually care about this friendship, because we all have like people in our life who it's like, you know what, you're kind of acting like shit and I'm gonna let this one fade. But if you're surprised by this behavior, if you're hurt, if you want to give them the benefit of the doubt, if you feel like your friendship has the two of you, like you owe it to your friendship to do that, I would let them take some space and I would bring it up in a way that leaves room for like us to talk about this awkward thing. Maybe she will apologize. Friendship is not about walking all over each other, about not being there for each other, about being mean. That's not what friendship is. But friendship is about flexibility. Friendship is about trusting each other, giving each other space, trusting that you can work through these really kind of ugly, awkward moments. Ultimately though, you as the person who feels hurt, like you know when it goes too far. And there are some people who really don't deserve the benefit of the doubt in that way. They've proven to you that they are actually selfish. If that's your friend, then you have your answer. But if it's not, I am pro giving the people we love grace.